I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. We're back to another video. There's another paid request, this time from Frame by Frame. And it's for Stranger Things Season 1, Episode 5. Now, before I get into that, my thoughts so far on this TV show. I know people say, well, you need to watch it all the way through. But on the flip side, it's still a TV show. I still remember what's going on. It's not like I've forgotten it. And I believe it's 8 episodes total. So far, I think the show is okay. So far. I mean, I'm 5 episodes in. I think I'll get to this episode, but I'm just saying, I wouldn't say I love it. I did not see it when it came out because I don't have Netflix. In fact, I still don't have Netflix. I saw this by other means. I just said, yeah, I don't have Netflix. I definitely didn't have Netflix at the time. A lot of people were talking about it. I'm like, you know what? I just will wait. I'm in no rush. I'm busy with plenty of other stuff. And with these 5 episodes so far, I can say this. The tone of the 80s, pretty damn good. The way it looks, the way it sounds, the backgrounds, you'll see like an Evil Dead poster in one person's room. The way the color is, what I mean by the color is just the way the picture quality is, where it doesn't seem too much stuff is, doesn't seem like too much stuff is filtered. It's just, it has a good look that seems like an 80s movie. The soundtrack, some of the songs used, the score, especially the main theme. Definitely that synthesizer score makes you think of it 80s. I mean, some of the songs used, like "We Can Be Heroes," which was used on one of the early episodes. But I would say so far that was the most effective song used in the show, and so far that I've seen. And the actors, the ones who played the kids, Will, Mike, other stuff, they seem fine. Winona Ryder, good as being a mom who is just on that edge of the cliff of just knowing that her son's alive and desperately trying to find the truth and not wanting to think that her son's gone, and is she going crazy, as she says to herself, as just holding on hope for trying to find her son. Winona Ryder is very good. David Harbour, I definitely say I enjoyed him more here so far. I say so far because we're episode 5 than in Hellboy. Because I did not like Hellboy. I did not like him in Hellboy. The reboot, the remake, how the hell you want to call it. Did not like that film at all. I do think he fits better here, as this is a guy who's chief of police and he's learning more and more. Definitely in this episode, He's learned a lot more. The little girl who plays 11. I can see why she became kind of the star. As in, that's the person, the character that people talked about the most. Because even though she doesn't have much dialogue, the way her character is utilized, throughout each episode you get like a flashback to what happened to her, as in the various tests that were run on her, the various tests that she had to do, whether I'm trying to remember what she did here now. I just watching that long ago, damn it. But yeah, she walks up to a person who's talking, and it's in this black space, dark void of a space. She hears something growling, she turns, and then she runs. Just sort of the first inkling of whatever power she has kind of leaking into this upside down world, this alternate dimensional world. I will say there are characters I do feel, now I haven't watched the whole season, I do feel this, in my opinion, would have worked better as a movie. Maybe a 2.5 hour movie, if that, but I do think this would work better as a movie. I think there are characters you could eliminate. I think there are characters you could slim down. Just don't find them as interesting as other people do. There's the one kid's sister. Her entire story, I have not given a rat's ass so far. I have not given a rat's ass about the one kid's sister. Not one bit. And even this other kid who's shy, and the brother of the one who's missing. Again, at best I'm indifferent, or I'm just going, I don't care. Just move along, move the story along. Can we move it, please? It seems like a story going in slow motion. Brian, you could make the argument for a lot of TV shows, honestly. But again, for one that has 8 episodes, it just seems they're just going so slowly. And some episodes I've liked more, some I've liked less. The previous episode 4 might be the episode I liked the least so far. This one, I would say, is a step up, because, okay, now something is a little bit ratcheting up from the beginning, where he's found that this kid who is missing, he's there, he's a fake, he's broken into this facility. I like the lighting, the way it's all lit. Nice job by the technical people involved with this show. The flickering lights, it's nicely done. He notices this weird stuff on the wall, something's going on, he gets drugged. He wakes up later in his trailer, finds there's bugs, like there's listening devices in his home, and finally starts believing in Winona Ryder's character. That, and going back to the kids, it's funny, I mentioned, like, do the other kids actually fucking do anything? And someone mentioned, yeah, I mean, they do a little bit of something. And it's true, the one kid, Dustin, I don't know if he has a lisp. I'm not sure his trait, but he figures out, hey, this whole thing with upside down world, this whole magnetic thing, maybe our compass. This is all pointing north. That's not where north really is. Let's go, and maybe this will find to where we need to go. The other kid seems like he's there just to cause trouble, just to spark fights. Because there's, with 11, the little girl who's at the powers, there's 3 kids. There's the lead kid, there's the one kid, Dustin, the figure of the compass, and then there's the third kid, He's just there, I guess, just to cause fights, cause friction, cause trouble, cause disruption, to get pissed, fighting the lead kid Mike. And like, I get his point of view, to be honest. Like, we don't know who this girl is, and he was right. She was, because they're supposed to be going to this place. It seems like they're going in a circle. They're wondering what's going on, and you find out 11 affected the compasses. And I just see why the one kid gets pissed. And yells at Mike, hey, you have a sweet thing for this girl? But yeah, it seems like that's the only thing he has to do, and I don't know, maybe he has a lot more to do in the coming episodes. And yeah, just again with the stuff I see, I like the tone, I like the music, I like the look, I like the acting. It's just the story. I guess the story isn't that mind blowing to me. Like the story itself, in a weird way, secret facility, altered dimension. There's really that blows my mind. They all seem like elements I've seen before in various other shows and movies and things of that nature. So again, while I'm not minding the show, there's really nothing that made me go, okay, this is why it became a phenomenon. Again, it's like, okay, the kid actors are good. I would rather watch this than the new It movies, the Stephen King It films. I'll give you that. But that's what I mean, like, those films are pretty fucking long. If you took this and someone edited it into a movie, I think that'd be really interesting to see. I think that'd be really interesting to see, because I would guess you could probably do it. And I would love to see the result of it. Now, again, it's 8 of them. Each one's almost an hour long, so that's almost 8 hours. But maybe like a 3-hour movie, I think someone could do it. And still keep the best points to it. And again, that would be, because it just seems like, okay, in this one, the beginning I liked, with the chief of police going in, the lighting, all, again, even the kids talking, trying to compare what this upside world could be. So the comparison they have is Dungeons and Dragons, which they've played before. But then Winona Ryder's ex-husband comes by, and he wants to stay, and tells Winona Ryder she's crazy. I don't think you needed a fucking thing with this ex-husband. This ex-husband didn't even need to be in the show. You've already had enough people tell Winona Ryder she's crazy. You've already had enough people tell her she's insane. You've already had enough people tell Winona Ryder, oh, you gotta get over it, you gotta move on. Okay, at this point I feel it's getting a bit redundant now. So this whole ex-husband guy, I don't think you needed this guy at all. That's just my opinion. We need a way to fill this in this hour timeline. Because it's 8 of them. Put some more shit in there to fill it up. That's really what it feels. The same with, like, honestly, I would take out the sister, and I would take out even Winona Ryder's other son, the older son, the missing kid's brother. I would take those characters out, and anything that they do, have the kids do. Like the one kid, have him see the monster. And like one is dealing with 11, one is dealing with the compass, and the other kid, he has doubts, but then maybe he sees the monster. And he's doing, like, that's when, like, he's doing, you have these 3 kids doing their own thing, at times conversion, but each one still having their own intricate stories. And it ends with the Mike's sister goes into this tree, goes to the upside down world, while Will's brother's looking for her, doesn't notice the tree that she's disappeared into. Oh, we're going to episode 6. So again, as a show, so far, I would give it maybe... Let me think this honestly. As of right now, 5 episodes in, I would go with maybe... I don't really do grades. I just figured do something different. I like trying to do something different. Maybe a B minus. So far with the show, I would give it maybe a B minus so far. I'm liking it. Like, it's alright. Mainly for the actors, the look of the show, and the stuff that reminds me of 80s stuff. Maybe a B. Maybe not a B minus. Maybe a B. Maybe a B. Give me a B. B minus, in between there. But I can't say this is something I've, so far, oh man, I need to pick this up on Blu-ray, or so far not so much. But it's okay. I don't get the phenomenon, but it's alright. But so far, I don't really see myself, oh, I'm going to go back and rewatch this. I mean, unless it's like someone does some edit, some fan cut. At least it would be interesting. Because I think they're just, it's drawn too much for me, for my taste. It's just a bit drawn too much. I know you just say it's doing that to build up the characters, but the more interesting characters have been built up. And then like the kids, it's 5 episodes in. What do you know about the 3 main kids? If you think about it, what do you really know about these 3 main kids after 5 episodes? Especially the 2 friends. One doesn't trust Eleven. The other, oh, here's a compass. And they got picked on by bullies. So it's like, see, that's what I mean by that. I would say David Harbour, Winona Ryder, and Eleven. Was it Millie Brown? Those are the 3 better portions of this show so far. I mean, the 3 main kids are fine acting wise, but yeah, I would say those are the 3 I mentioned are the more interesting aspects of the show right now in terms of characters. And that's just my cup of tea. And those help enjoyment of the show so far as well. As for an episode, I think it's better than episode 4. It still wasn't amazing, fantastic, but it was alright. It was alright. It was better than the past one, but it was there. I don't really have much other reaction other than that. So, with that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.